Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode from Simply Awesome Planet. It's great to have you here with me today as we dive into the world of one of the most incredible, majestic animals on the planet, the elephant. Now, I've heard this one since I was a kid, and I bet you have too. It's a classic cartoon trope, a piece of folklore that has spanned generations. You see this massive, powerful creature weighing thousands of pounds, and then you see this tiny little mouse, and supposedly, the elephant just completely loses its mind. It's a hilarious image, but is there any truth to it? That's what we're going to explore. So, the big question for today is, are elephants really afraid of mice? We're going to get to the bottom of this age-old myth, look at where it came from, and see what science has to say about it. It's a fascinating journey into animal behavior, perception, and how these incredible stories get started in the first place. You might be surprised by what we uncover. And stick around, because after we solve that mystery, I've got another mind-blowing fact about elephants that reveals just how intelligent and self-aware these gentle giants truly are. It's something that puts them in a very exclusive club in the animal kingdom. So, get ready. Let's get right into it. Alright, so let's tackle this head-on. The idea of a colossal elephant being terrified of a minuscule mouse. Where did this even come from? Well, you have to go way, way back. We're talking ancient times, back to Greece and Rome. The first written account we have comes from Pliny the Elder. He wrote that elephants were afraid a mouse might run up their trunk and suffocate them. It sounds pretty wild, right? But that's the origin story. This idea was so compelling and, let's be honest, so funny, that it stuck. You see it in folklore, you see it in fables, and of course you see it in cartoons. Think about all those old animated shorts where a mouse sends a whole circus of elephants into a panic. It's a powerful visual gag that cemented the myth in our collective consciousness for centuries. But let's think about this logically for a second. An elephant's trunk is an incredibly powerful and versatile tool. It's made of pure muscle, over 40,000 individual muscles. They use it to breathe, to smell, to touch, to grasp branches, and to suck up water. The idea that a mouse could run up there and block their breathing is pretty far-fetched. An elephant could simply blow that mouse right out with a single, powerful puff of air. To figure this out, we need to look at the elephant's nature. Elephants, despite their immense size and strength, are actually quite cautious animals. They have relatively poor eyesight, especially for things that are small and close to the ground. Their world is dominated by smell and sound, but their vision isn't their strongest suit. Imagine you're an elephant, just peacefully grazing. You're used to slow, predictable movements of other large animals. Suddenly, something small, fast, and unpredictable scurries past your feet. You might not even register what it is at first. Is it a snake? A fast-moving insect? That sudden, unexpected movement is what causes the startle reflex. It's not the mouse itself they're afraid of, but the element of surprise. Think of it this way. If you were deep in thought and someone suddenly ran past your legs, you'd jump, right? You wouldn't necessarily be afraid of that person, but the unexpected movement would startle you. It's the exact same principle for an elephant, a mouse, a rabbit, a lizard. Anything small and quick that darts into their immediate vicinity without warning can trigger this reaction. It's an instinctual response to a potential, unknown threat. Several studies and experiments have put this myth to the test. In one famous instance, Adam Forepaugh had his troop of elephants walk past mice. They didn't panic. The elephants mostly just ignored them. They were more curious than scared. More modern observations in zoos and the wild confirm this. Zookeepers will tell you elephants and mice coexist in the same enclosures all the time. The elephants might occasionally get startled if a mouse zips out from under a hay bale. But it's a momentary reaction, not a state of persistent fear. In a controlled experiment for TV, researchers placed mice in the path of elephants. The elephants noticed them, might stop, look down, maybe even back up a step. Now that we've demystified the whole mouse situation, I want to share something profound about elephants. It's a fact that speaks to their intelligence and consciousness. Elephants can recognize themselves in a mirror. That might sound simple, but it's hugely significant. When most animals see a reflection, they react predictably. They might ignore it completely. They might see it as another animal and act aggressively. They might see it as a potential mate and show courtship behaviors. In all cases, they don't understand it's themselves. Mirror self-recognition, that's me, is a benchmark for self-awareness. It was long thought limited to humans and our closest apes: chimpanzees, bonobos, orangutans, gorillas. Scientists then tested dolphins and elephants. The mark test is simple. Let the animal get used to a mirror. While sedated, place a colored, odorless mark on a spot only visible in the reflection. Wake the animal and watch. If it inspects or touches the mark on its body, it recognizes itself. In 2006, the Bronx Zoo put an 8-by-8-foot mirror in an elephant enclosure. Happy, Maxine, and Patty were cautious. So there you have it. We've busted a myth that's been around for thousands of years and uncovered a truth about elephant intelligence that is truly awe-inspiring. From the simple startle reflex that got mistaken for fear to the profound ability to recognize oneself in a mirror, elephants are constantly showing us that there is so much more to them than meets the eye. They are not just giants of the savannah. They are giants of consciousness. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next adventure from Simply Awesome Planet. Until next time, folks.